We're back again, son. Do more of this.
More of this? This is the first time we're doing it?
Yep. And this time you're doing one for fucking once.
What, more? I'm doing more of this even though we haven't done this
Yes,
before?
push fucking start, otherwise this is going to be us arguing over a title screen. Off we go, son.
I wonder what the ancient language says. What do you reckon? Subscribe to PewDiePie or...
Remember to drink your Ovaltine.
And my insistence that we press on in spite of these failures has morale low. I suspect Jenkins to be the author of this sedition. He simply refuses to accept the possibility that Atlantis is the foundation upon which all known civilizations were built.
Fucking Jenkins.
That's funny thing, the subtitles are like...
Yeah, the subtitles are like miles ahead of the fucking dialogue.
Yeah.
And open-minded enough to see this truth.
Fucking Jenkins opening the Christmas dinner in the middle of November.
Like opening the Christmas dinner, what, you freeze it, you make it early in the year,
Yeah,
then you freeze
yeah.
it Christmas Day?
That's what happens when you go up to Peru. You freeze all of your supplies so that you can eat them as the year goes around.
Not to worry, I'll find another way out.
Well, I thought it was just to save time Christmas Day. You just heat up your fully Christmas dinner.
Well, because you don't have time to cook a Christmas dinner when you're in the Arctic. You doing okay there?
Yeah, just follow instructions. And let me just check. The controls are a bit weird.
You played this before. What do you mean the controls are weird?
Just because I played it before doesn't mean I don't think the controls are weird.
This is fair. Oh dear, time for us to... time for the next chapter in the saga of Pete and Sam's struggle with fucking climbing controls.
Oh please, you haven't played Assassin's Creed.
Yes, yes I have. I played all of them.
I was about to say, which ones you played? Any of the good ones?
I've played all of them, just not on the show. Dear. The hook blade is comprised of two parts. The hook and the blade.
Yes.
Yeah, we should definitely play the original version of this at some point, though.
Oh, allí estás.
Leave me alone, I'm busy.
Ya llegamos.
What the fuck are you doing?
No sé cómo abrirlo.
Do the puzzle. Oh dear. Brace yourselves, everyone. We're in for a long one. You okay there, Laura? Just casually hanging off the edge.
Yeah, the frostbite's getting to her brain, you see, so...
So it's not watching Fortnite.
Remember, this is set in, like, what, 2001? Fortnite doesn't exist yet.
Shit, okay, fair enough. Team Fortress does, though.
I thought it came out in, like, 2002.
Original Team Fortress.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I got around to watching the movie the other day.
What movie?
Tomb Raider movie. Yeah, Chris Murray's in both of them.
Oh, I thought he was only in the second one.
No, he's in the first one as well because he's the butler.
Is he?
Yeah. I can't believe there wasn't a scene where they stuck him in the fridge. I think that, like, anyone who's played Tomb Raider, even tangentially, everyone fucking knows about sticking the butler in the fridge somehow.
They referenced it in the new trilogy.
Later in the day, she set a trap for me in the walk-in freezer, of all places. And before I knew what was happening, I found myself locked inside.
Yeah, like, again, that's how ridiculously iconic sticking the butler in the fridge for some reason is. I remember this in the original, and they skipped, like, this wasn't a puzzle, because they just skipped straight to Laura being in the cave.
Huh.
And, because his death was even stupider in the original, because just, like, the door opens, and then the wolf jumps out, with, like immediately as the door swings open.
Oh.
The original goes fucking wild. I've just noticed there's a skull paste on that door. It's a big-ass tiger skull.
Tiger in Peru?
Alternatively, it's the moon jumper, but yeah.
Moon jumper.
Gee. You doing okay there?
I'm just gonna roll into the dance, because that's what I'm supposed to do, right?
Dear. And then get massive big crip energy. Oh wait, wrong franchise.
No, you see, the anesthetic will help dull the pain of having a leg sheared off.
Darling, I believe my leg's been shot off. Sir, I do believe you might be right. That's actual real-life dialogue, by the way, from someone's diary.
That's like something out of one of the Monty Python films.
Yeah.
A tiger came along and bit my leg off. Are you tiger in Africa?
No, I might be the... No, it's not the War of the Roses, it's afterwards. I'll double check, but yeah, that was an actual exchange between two British officers. Because one guy's leg got cannoned off. And his response was to do part of the surgery himself.
My God, I've lost my leg. My God, son. So you have.
As you do. I pressed X. Square. I pressed one of them.
I think you might... Oh no, you might be good. Ooh, just...
Hey, don't you keep all these artifacts in a backpack the size of a purse?
Yes.
Even she was disappointed in that. She couldn't even look.
Oh, engineer. Start a death count.
The screen won't be big enough for the number of digits.
I love that you're implying that you're really shit at Tomb Raider when we picked this game because you're supposed to be good at it.
I haven't played this game in a while. The controls are weird.
Don't worry, we'll come back to Uncharted at some point and then you can laugh at me. You're not going behind you. Yeah, there's a ledge behind you, look.
Hey, didn't you do all the time trials of these and things?
A platinum doll for all the anniversary collection.
Where to go from here?
You go and... There's another rope thing over there. I think. You're going that way somehow.
Hang on. Would I be able to... No.
I think we can safely get down. Question is, are we going down those steps or up that ledge?
Down here, I guess?
Most people would just wave a torch in the direction.
Yeah, I'm gonna wave a bullet in their direction.
Yeah, not you, overkill for shotgun. You like those people who used to take cocaine for headaches.
Because it's prescribed by doctors for headaches.
Remember, you can't have a headache if you're in a coma.
Yeah, but the thing is, doctors were prescribing it.
Yeah.
It wasn't so, I'd like some cocaine for my headache. You'd go to the doctor and say, Doctor, I have a headache. How about some cocaine?
Don't forget that bridge is going to collapse. Oh, never mind, you've preempted that wonderfully. Remember, you can tap X to flip while you're shooting. One of these bridges breaks, I think. Where the fuck were... Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, originally Coca-Cola was a mixture of wine and cocaine. The more you know.
What's next? Are we going to subject our viewers to the origins of cornflakes next?
I don't think I've heard this one. Go on.
My next question is going to be interesting. What age rating is this show going to be?
Well, I swear every other sentence, so we're
12,
probably
eh?
we're probably not getting monetized anytime soon. So go on.
As I know it, Kellogg was a doctor who worked in a hospital for people with mental illnesses, I think.
Go on.
And he thought was the other
And
one.
he thought,
That a number of mental illnesses. I'm trying to remember how the story goes. Oh yeah, of illness and things were caused by excessive masturbation.
okay.
And so he wanted to create a food so bland he could give the patients it would deter them from masturbating.
But surely that's going to have the opposite effect, because you'll taste the bland food and think, this tastes terrible. I could pass the time by jacking it.
No, apparently, so he created
Hold it.
created the precursor to cornflakes, which he had to soak overnight. I'm missing something here.
Hold X.
I was holding it.
So go. So you had to soak them overnight.
Overnight to make it edible. You see? Because like made it all from scratch basically. He deliberately made it to be as bland as possible, but the patients actually started to like it and decided to investigate it and it became well-known cereal. Yeah, originally created because he had this weird idea that a number of ailments of the body and mind were caused by excessive masturbation.
In all fairness, that's like most old illnesses, though, is they blame stuff on blindness, etc. Sorry, okay, so my brain's done the thing again where it goes onto tangents. Do you remember the SCP Foundation, that website?
It's still going.
Yeah.
I occasionally visit it when I remember it exists.
One of the SCPs, which I remember off the top of my head that you reminded me of, is one of them's a village where everything that's an old wives' tale comes true. And, shotgun. One of the descriptions they give is, there's a guy in the research team who turns out to be a chronic masturbator who goes blind 5 minutes after entering the village. And it's just like, that's kind of funny. Oh dear. Sorry everyone,
Now my favourite one is the vending machine, which vends almost anything.
And then they get a cup of Joe's blood because they phrase coffee wrong.
Oh no, this during experience is saying this vending machine will literally dispense anything, any drink you can think of. And so there's one guy in the office.
Molten gold.
Yeah, tries molten gold and it works. At one point, someone asked, because he didn't know it was a cursed vending machine, asked for a cup of Joe, and nearby co-worker, whose name was Joe, like collapsed and turned out the cup was full of like bits of like his organs and things. Yeah, cursed vending machine. That's still my favourite one.
Hold towards the pole. I remember there was a thing where there was a meme where what? People were doing SCPs for the Homestuck characters.
Really?
Yeah. Back when the information happened, a bunch of people in the forums clubbed together into a series of elaborate posts describing the felt as if they were SCPs. Around. Oh, you know. No.
You said on the...
So go back around, not jump it.
I meant to do that.
Yeah, they did a series of the felt as RCPs. And yeah, if I remember correctly, the most elaborate one was a very large description of cans and punching people into next week. Oh dear.
How many of the felt characters could pass as JoJo users now?
All of them. Literally all of them. Mostly cans, though. Cans is a fucking Part 8 stand user if there ever was one. I can punch people into next week. Oh dear. I keep saying, like, again, the fucking JoJo Persona crossover fanfic has Part 8 stands that are, like, more Part 8 than the actual Part 8 stands.
That's a tall order.
Again, I can steal your soul, but only if our eyes lock and our shadows have crossed past 3 PM on a weekday. Oh dear. I forget one guy's stand instant crush. It's just a cigar, and I forget what it does. I think it lets him push stuff, but I'd have to go.
Cigar.
I'd have to go and reread it. Yeah, it's an object stand in the form of a cigar. Right, don't jump off the edge this time. Go around like a normal fucking person. Oh dear.
Is that what happens when you see Shadman art? Your face just kind of
That guy's my expression after you've died, like, the 30th time in this playthrough. Oh dear fucking hell. Let's
Are we saving?
no, let's chop that off there.